I have come to you today to explain and explore how much each mineral is in Ethiopia, and I promise that I will explore all kinds of minerals and present them to you for general knowledge and to invest for investors as an introduction. Gold. Ethiopia's gold deposits are clustered in a Proterozoic basement, which covers about 18% of the country. A considerable part of this area has already been surveyed by aerial geophysical surveys and geochemical mapping. Good news for investors is that significant gold mineralization has been found in three regions. 1. The Western Greenstone Belts. The presence of gold mineralization in these areas has been known since the early 1930s, and several of the belts host gold. The most promising gold occurrences are located in the Tulu Kapi and Ankara areas. 2. The Northern Greenstone Belts. The most promising discovery in this greenstone belt is the Tariq prospect, where trenching and drilling has revealed grades of up to 16 grams a ton. The deposit contains an estimated 20 million tons of ore with a grade of 0.29 grams per ton, and there is also 6 million tons of ore that contain 2.24% copper. 3. The Southern Greenstone Belts. There are already 2 gold mines in the Southern Greenstone Belt. The Lega Dumbi mine in the Oromia region has 2 active sites already in production, 1 open pit and an underground gold mine. The Sakaro mine is an underground mine in the Gujaji zone in Oromia region, which is still under development. There are additional opportunities for investors in epithermal gold. The East African Rift Valley transecting Ethiopia hosts a large number of geothermal fields, which are used for power generation, and a low-grade epithermal gold deposit was discovered at Tendaho in the Afar region. Geothermal drilling revealed highly silicified zones returning gold grades of 1 gram per ton. Currently, investors are intensively exploring to better define the pockets of epithermal gold around the northern part of the country. Potash. Of all of Ethiopia's mineral potential, potash has garnered some of the greatest interest. 95% of the world's potash is mined for use in fertilizers, while the rest is used for feed supplements and industrial production. As can be seen in the map below, potash deposits can be found scattered around Ethiopia's northern, central and southern regions. However, one area is particularly exciting, the Danakil Depression in the far north of the country. The Danakil Depression is calling out for exploration. Danakil lies at the junction of 3 tectonic plates, and was formed as a result of the African and Asian continents moving apart. This caused rifting and volcanic activity, resulting in its complex and alluring geology. The salt formations on the surface cover an area of about 450 square miles, but only a small part of this area has been explored. One can see on Mount Dalal colorful layers of salt about 20 or 30 centimeters thick, with thin clay and gypsum layers in between, lying exposed to the air. Not only is the Danakil Depression the hottest place on Earth in terms of year-round average temperatures, but it is also one of the lowest, sitting 100 meters below current sea level. Past exploration undertaken by various companies has confirmed the presence of 2 ore bodies at Dalal. Phosphate. There is a very high demand for phosphate in Ethiopia, due to its importance as a fertilizer. Phosphates are amongst the most important nutrients agricultural products need. Moreover, it is a nutrient that is naturally scarce in Ethiopia's hot-lying areas. This is a concern as agricultural still plays an indispensable role in Ethiopia's economy, contributing roughly 34% to Ethiopia's GDP. Importing fertilizers, furthermore, is prohibitively expensive. As a result, there has been extensive exploration for phosphate in recent times. These efforts have uncovered to at least 2 major mafic complexes, Baikalal in the west and Melka, Arba in southern Ethiopia. However, more work is required before we can tell whether extracting these resources would be economically feasible. Sapphires. The gemstone world was rocked in November 2016 with the news that high-quality deposits of new and unique sapphire had been found in Tigray. Early samples taken near the villages of Awayat, Adi Shumbro, and Chilla confirmed the sapphires are of an impressive quality, good size, and with a wide variety, easily comparable to the sapphires of Madagascar. These deposits fall within the western greenstone belts that run from the northeast to the southwest of Tigray, which is primarily an agricultural and cattle farming region. These sapphires are dominated by a blue Ilau green series, but they also include exciting varieties such as red, purple, white, orange, yellow, and even a deep pink. All indications are that Ethiopia's newly discovered deposits are ripe for commercial exploitation. Limited geological and geochemical work in the belt to define the mode of occurrence means that the field is wide open for investors to bring these extraordinary gemstones to a global market. Ethiopians have been mining sapphires artisanally for many years in Tigray, the northernmost of the 9 regions of Ethiopia, particularly around a local town called Chilla. There are 3 well-known types of sapphire in Ethiopia. Blue star sapphire and fancy sapphire are common, but it is the color-changing sapphire from the area surrounding Chilla which is of highest quality and commercially sought. These color-changing gemstones feature a blue, star, and green series and can be classified as either high-phase sapphire or low-phase sapphire, and are formed by magmatic and metamorphic processes. Ethiopia also produces the rare and coveted pink sapphires known as Pat Parrot Scott, from the Sinhalese word meaning aquatic lotus blossom, which has seen renewed interest since England's Princess Eugenie revealed her salmon Pat Parrot Scott engagement ring in early 2018. Emeralds. International gem forums were buzzing in 2017 with the news of the high quality and size of Ethiopia has very recently identified emerald deposits discovered in August of 2016 by artisanal miners looking for tantalum. These new finds are comparable to those mined in Colombia in terms of hue and quality. The emerald deposits are located in the Sibobru district in the beautiful coffee-producing Oromia region in southern Ethiopia, where the rural villages of Kentika and Dermai host particularly high-quality deposits. Commercial emeralds are suddenly a real and urgent opportunity for investors. Ethiopia is calling. Ethiopia is currently exploring ways to establish a traceability and identification protocol for emeralds, in order to certify their origin and maximize their value. Most emeralds are then exported to Switzerland, Australia, and the United States. In 2017, Ethiopia exported 2,290 kilograms of emeralds, surpassing the export of opal and sapphire, which are the current major gemstone types exported. Opals. Ethiopia is well on course to become the first challenger to Australian opals. In 2008, the discovery of spectacular Wolo opals in northern Ethiopia changed the game. Wow, good news! This high-quality, structurally stable and strikingly beautiful opal was exhibited at the Tucson Gem and Mineral Show in 2010, and Ethiopian opals have been unstoppable ever since. Between 2000 and 2014 alone, Ethiopia's exports of opals increased by 136.6%. More discoveries followed. There are now 4 types of opals being mined in Ethiopia, with the majority only discovered in the last decade. 4 types of opals. 1. Showa and Mazizo opals. Showa and Mazizo opals were discovered in 1980s on the highland plateau located in the central Showa province of Ethiopia, 2,500 to 3,299 meters above sea level, and covering a large area of 100 to 200 square kilometers. This is a variable opal, including stones with chocolate, honey, and fire colors and qualities. To Wolo opal, as mentioned, the 2008 discovery of the Wolo opal took the gemstone world by storm. The play of colors in the Wolo gemstone often goes through the whole piece of the rough stone, producing a striking form with remarkable patterns. The opal mines extend from the Wolo and Gondar zones over 400 square kilometers in Amhara regional state. This opal is mined 2,500 meters above sea level in this mountainous terrain. 3. Black opal. Ethiopia's most recently identified deposit, black opal, was discovered in 2013 at the Stayish mine, just 100 kilometers from the famous and historic town of Lalibela in northern Ethiopia. This is where the stone derives its alternative name, Lalibela opal. Mined in a distinct opal-bearing layer in a mountainous area of around 3,000 meters in altitude, the general body tone of the rock is dark in color, hence the name black opal. But the opal itself has a vivid play of color. For Afar opal, the Afar opal is commonly fiery, with minor opalescence and a distinctive character. It was discovered as recently as 2010 in the Afar regional state, in northern Ethiopia. Artisanal and small-scale mining of Afar opals currently takes place in Ethiopia, but large-scale mining has not yet been realized. Wow, unbelievable. Okay, tantalum. Ethiopia is already the 6th biggest producer of tantalum in the world, with the potential to dramatically increase their standing. Adala in southern Ethiopia is the most exciting region for tantalum. It is known to host a long and linear belt of this rare metal occurrence of tantalum and niobium in its Kentika belt, which extends for over 100 kilometers and covers an area of more than 250 kilometers. 3 types of ore have been identified in the deposit. 1. Primary ore, rare tantalite-bearing granite pegmatite with complex Ta and B live mineralization has meant this is a world-class ore reserve. 2. Lateritic type ore, a rind developed over the pegmatite and granite as a result of intense weathering. 3. Alluvial, deluvial and alluvial placer ore, marked with high-quality Ta and B. Together, the weathered ore over the primary ore of pegmatite in the Kentika belt have been recognized as one of the best deposits of this type anywhere in the world. There is currently an opportunity to develop the Kentika mine which, given the quality of the resource, is one of the best opportunities on the market. The Kentika mine appears to be located on one of the world's largest tantalum resources. It is estimated to have a probable reserve of 17,000 tons and to have the potential to produce as much as 9,000 tons of processed tantalum products over the next 15 years. Located approximately 550 kilometers south of Addis Ababa at Adala, the 25-year-old mine is the property of the state-owned Ethiopian Minerals, Petroleum, and Biofuel Corporation, EMF, which is looking for partners to help develop the asset. Graphite. In southern Ethiopia, right on the Kenyan border, and on the southern edge of the southern greenstone belt, sits the Moyle deposit with an estimated reserve of 460,000 tons of well-crystallized and flaky graphite. Most likely of sedimentary origin, the graphite in the Moyle area is hosted by quartz feldspar mica schist and quartzite, which form continuous bodies extending for hundreds of meters. Studies have shown Moyle's graphite content to be moderate, but generally fine-grained. The gold and base metal-bearing belts in the Adala region in eastern Ethiopia, and others in the west and the north of the country are also all known to contain graphite. Several long belts of graphitic schist extend for many kilometers through the Adala region, specifically in the Bekaka, Kantika, Kibra, Mengist Kembai, and Kembai areas. The MOMP, together with a university industry linkage, is currently undertaking a study to better qualify parts of these graphite resources. Lithium. Are you looking to explore for lithium? Ethiopia is full of potential. Both the salt brines in the marine strata of southern Ethiopia and the saline springs associated with volcanic activity in the Ethiopian Rift of Afar are likely to contain lithium, in addition to the trace elements and edible salt currently produced. Private sector investors could bring the requisite technology and expertise to Ethiopia, which are urgently needed to better analyze the country's lithium potential. Thanks for watching, and I will continue to all of the resources of Ethiopia as this. If you like it and I need to fix it, please give me your opinion and share it. Blank.